as Ben keeps going on about this.
Not a vinegar jar, surely.
I would tend to make something a little bit on the larger side.
You need something that fits that tap you're making.
Yes. It has to be a lot larger. Yeah, my tapered cutter is really on the big side. I was hoping to be able to cut it out with that, and I made that bigger than I made the insert for the tap. Right. So I mean, there are various different techniques that I would use for making bigger pots. You know, one thing with the centering is often that I beat it on centre first and then finish it with the tray. But also is that I open with the heel of my hand, like so, and then finish the opening with my fingers. I'm going to push this upright. And then after I start the lift with the heel of my hand on the wrong side of the wheel.
What do you mean by the wrong side? Look at turning towards you.
Yeah,
You do all three here, don't you?
Yes.
So it's on the wrong, but you're using the clay coming against the to lift a sort of chunk of clay. And then often I'll use my knuckle like that if I'm raising a lot of clay. And then I often do with when I'm lifting a larger amount of clay, I'm still doing that action of treating my fingers as an extruder, and I'm pushing it together and holding. But I have that slight kind of wave in the clay to lift the clay. So the clay is actually sort of doing that through my fingers as it goes
So
up.
your fingers aren't actually together, are they? They're like that.
Yeah.
So they're in
There's a sort of step between them.
Yeah.
So the clay goes through a kind of S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pot gets bigger.
What weight of clay did you start out with?
I didn't weigh it, I'm afraid. I just took
right.
half one of those pugs.
Right. Get that surface well slippery insides.
come across any dry patches while lifting like that.
If you come across a dry patch, do you remove your hands
It's better to, yeah.
rather than try and
Yeah.
get through it?
Yeah, because you really only need a bit of a wiggle at these later stages, and you'll be into all sorts of problems. What sort of wide lid? The ones in France tend to just have these like ginger jar.
Yeah, he
lids
put,
that
well, he
sat
did, he
on
wasn't
top.
going to put it, he put some material, cloth over the top and a bit of string or rubber band or something to hold it. So it needed a kind of room which you could put a rubber band or a bit of string around.
Right.
But it didn't need a lid.
But if you put a lid, would you need the rubber band?
I think he wanted to breathe, don't you? I suppose that's why he
Okay.
wanted to have it open effectively, but not too open.
Right.
We want things dying.
No.
And a little trick that the Japanese often use is this thing where they do the last throw just on the inside without a hand on the outside. So they just go, and it just adds a bit of tension to the whole thing. Onward.
Thank you. I'm a bit nervous now. Yeah.
What, making one of those?
No, I just need to relax. Been
Oh.
for 5 minutes.
You could see it all going horribly wrong for a moment, couldn't you?
think he brings stillness.
Yeah, I would
in.
probably, if I thought about it beforehand, I would probably make it a little bit stiffer than that. Just with a pad on the soft side.
And for a keeper, would you normally throw that on a bat, or
Sorry.
would you normally throw that on a bat?
I would.
If you were going to keep it.
These days, I wouldn't lift one off like that.
Right.
It'd be a lot. So,
Unnecessary.
anything else anybody wants?
The collar for your.
Good man. Yes. This thing is supposedly going to have, if it's for vinegar, it's going to have a collar on it, and the tap. If it was cider gel, the tap would be down the bottom. The vinegar gels, the tap's about at that height.
Is that because you get a lot of sediment in the vinegar?
Yeah.
Right.
And so you just throw this collar. The idea is to have a larger area that the cork can make seal with. Because I haven't got one doing this, I'm rather guessing at the size of it.
Yeah, I forgot to look it up. Thanks to do that.
What's this vinegar thing for, Ben?
Oh, it's just something that work challenged me to the vinegar thing.
That's a really weird challenge, I might say so.
No, there was a sauerkraut jar he was asking about as well. But that's.
Well, I remember seeing them in French farmhouses, and the people the wine dregs were tipped into these containers. And so it's just made wine vinegar that way.
It's quite a big collar though.
I can say
But I thought they were like just a little kind of lump of.
Well, if you cut this, you make this longer than you need it, and you cut it to fit the pot. It's going to have an angle on it.
Yeah.
So if you make more, it's just easier to judge what's going on. But I think it's still a little bit large in diameter.
So is this going to fit the cork or the tap?
Yeah, it's going to fit the cork. So that would then be cut, so when it goes on there, it comes out straight.
So is the main purpose to strengthen it, or is it to straighten it?
It's to strengthen it, and it's also, if you could just cut a hole in there, stick cork in, but you then only have a little bit of clay in contact with the cork, chances are it would leak. If you've got a longer bit in contact with the cork, A, it's stronger, B, it's not going to leak.
And also be attentive to the cork's bit, the angle of the side of the vessel, whereas that squares it off.
Yeah. Yes.
If it makes any sense.
Is there anything particular you want me to demonstrate?
Not.
I'd like to see another bowl.